Hello, how are we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and today we are sorting cards for grading purposes. Alright, so if you've watched the last two videos, we did not do very well. The last two sorting cards of grading purposes. The first video we did a bunch of 1989 tops and 1990 tops, and there wasn't a single card we pulled from that. We pulled one card. It was a Gary Gaetti, and that was for Shane. That wasn't even part of the situation. That was a friend of mine collects old twins like that, so I always give him the Gary Gaettis and the Ken Herbecks. That's all we pulled. The second video, the last video, was the 1988 Score factory set. We pulled the middle section out, the reds and the greens, from 220 to 440, and we went through those cards. Part 1 through 219 and 441 through 660. Those will be done in future videos. But we pulled a total of 4 cards from that. Now, great cards, very good condition. They were factory sets, and although the box was very beat up and with tape and all sorts of stuff, the cards inside seem to be in pretty good condition still, maybe even gradable if I decide to go that route. So the 4 cards were great, but we're not there yet. We need to hit something good. We need to make this worth watching. So I grabbed, rather than do the other half of the 89-90 tops or another part of the Score, I want a variety. I want to keep it fresh. I grabbed a box, and this is what you call a hodgepodge. It's a box that's sitting in my room that has these are all cards. They have top loaders, and some of them are empty, but they have these strips on the back, so they've been up on some display at some time. And there's a stack of cards in the middle, not graded, just not even sleeved, and then there's some cards at the end here. I have no clue. This is what this stream is truly about. We're going to do this whole box right here in this video, and we're going to get more than we did in the first 2 videos put together, which is the same as saying more than we did in the last video, because we got nothing in the first video. But so here we go. This one's really gonna be a hodgepodge. I'm going to, like, these are dividers that I was using when I had the office and I had everything somewhat organized. The Padres, and there's the Brewers, and I may use those again in separating. But all right, we're gonna take from the back, from the unsleeved cards. We're going to save those top-loaded cards for last. Like I said, some of those top loaders are just empty. But here we go, right off the bat. Roger Clemens, 1988 All-Star Roger Clemens. That goes in my list, and it is also sleeved. So boom, done. Then underneath it, we got Roger Clemens. Looks like this may have been a early, like years ago, decades ago maybe, attempt to do the same thing I'm doing now. I collect Roger Clemens. I collect whatever. So he's one of my PC guys. And so I have all of his, Roger Clemens right underneath it. I'm just going to sleeve these as I go. And these are all going into my PC. Let's see. Roger Clemens, 1990 Fleer. That one's already sleeved. Underneath it, 90 Fleer, Roger Clemens Players of the Decade. Underneath that, we got a 1990 Score, Roger Clemens. Underneath that, we got a 1991 Fleer, Roger Clemens. Look at this. If you're a Roger Clemens fan, this is a good haul. I am a Roger Clemens fan, and this is a good haul. All right, then we got the Score. What year is this? This is 91 Score. No, this is 90 Score. This isn't 91, right? No, it's 91. I was wrong. 91 Score. Now, here's the thing. A lot of these cards we're going to see again in this series, because I'm going to open the 1991 Fleer factory set. And then when I pull this card out, I will make a determination which one's in better condition, keep that one, and the other one will become sellable. So, Impact Players Score. This is an insert that used to come in the packs. 90 Score Impact Player insert. Here's a 92 tops, 91 tops, 92 tops My brain's not as good as it once was. I got there, but I should look at them and know, like I do with the 89. I'm just going to pull these out, the sleeves, because I'm going to use them for everything. Use them for all. They don't need to be hidden back there. All right, Roger Clemens, 92 Topps All-Star card. Then we got the 1990, I believe, 3 Triple Play. 92 Leaf Triple Play. I see a really special card coming up. No, it is not the 1992 Upper Deck Roger Clemens, although that's a nice card. I like how you can see through his thing, All-Star Game there. At first I thought it was when the card gets that film from another card being on top of it. I was like, oh, well, that one's trash. But nope, that's Kintor All-Star Game or something. I don't know. And here we go. Look at this. These were the 1993 Leaf All-Stars. They put the opposite players. So they put the first baseman for the National League and the first baseman for the American League on the same card, front and back. So this is the starting pitcher. It says right-hand pitcher. Maybe it's not starter, but this was the right-hand pitcher for the 93 Leaf insert set out of 20. Roger Clemens. And I don't collect Doug Drabeck, so that makes it easy. Now, when you got... Here's the triple play from the next year. This is the 93 triple play. When you got... I'm trying to think of someone I collect that would fit. Like Mattingly and McGuire would have been the same league, American League. But I'm trying to think of a National League. Mike Schmidt and Matt Williams, third baseman on that card. And then I'm like, shit, now I got to get another card because this goes in both of theirs. All right, Roberto Clemente. I do not collect Roberto Clemente, but that's a cool card. Vince Coleman, but another. I do not collect Vince Coleman. But you can see that this was a case of me pulling stars. There was a time that I considered Vince Coleman a star and worth pulling. I got a little past that, apparently. So here's a bunch of Vince Colemans that are all going into the Cardinals team sets. It's Coleman. There's a postcard. Coleman, that's a 91 score. Vince Coleman for the Mets in 92 Donruss. This is 92 Leaf. Yep. And this is Studio, also 92, I believe. Yep. 92 Topps. Maybe these are all the years together. Maybe I already put them together. Then David Cohn. I love David Cohn, but he's like, I don't know if I collect him or not. Oof, that's interesting. I'm going to put him with my stuff for now. And then not sleeve it, though, because I might. This one, I'm currently doing the 88 score set, and it's banged up. So I'm not even going to keep this one because I'll have one next in 2 videos when I do the purple. There's a David Cohn Fleer 89, NL Pitching Power, Danny Jackson and David Cohn. David Cohn 89 Mets. David Cohn, 89 Mets, 89 Topps, 89 Bowman. There's a David Cohn. You know what? I like David Cohn, but he's not one of the guys. We're taking all this. The only reason what scared me into it was if I don't take this card and I decide David Cohn is one of my guys, then I would never find this card again. That's what scared me into David Cohn. David Cohn is great, but he's not that great. I mean, I loved David Cohn, but David Cohn threw the best pitch I'd ever seen in my life. It was this weird curveball that looked like it was going to hit the guy in the ear, and by the time it fell, I was like, holy crap. I wish I could find that pitch again. 92 score highlights, 19 strikeouts in one game. 92 tops, 92 triple play, 92 upper deck. Here we go. There's oh no, this is just a regular leaf card. 93. Then we're to something a little different. Carl Crawford. Why is this different? Because Carl Crawford is collected because he's a Ray, not because he's one of my guys. This says limited edition. The purpose of DAV is to provide support encouragement for a better life for the noble men and women who became disabled and National Health DAV.org. Okay. So we're definitely going to hold on to that one because it is a Rays legend. Andre Dawson. Here we go. The Hawk. I collect the Hawk. I do know that. 88. People are like, you don't know who you collect? I do things with lists. I make lists and I give myself a cutoff. So it's like I haven't done this in a while. So I haven't seen the list to say you're allowed to keep this. I'm doing it by feel. And if I kept by feel, I would never get rid of any card and I would never have enough room for all of them. So Andre Dawson is one of the last, if not the last name on the list for me. When I do the above and below and keep the top X number, it's Andre Dawson. That's right there at the end. If there was too many good people, he would get kicked off. 89 tops record break, 89 tops base card, 89 tops all-star. This is a 1990 Donruss, forget what it's called, Baseball's Bests. A 1990 Fleer, 1991 Fleer, 1991 Score. We're gonna keep this one for now, but that is kind of banged up, and I do know that I have a 91 Score set that we got to go through. So we'll see. There's a 92 tops and a 92 triple play. I often consider getting a box of triple play to open for What's in the Box Wednesday, just because it would be so different. All right, but we are seeing that this whole section at the back is kind of just what I'm doing now, just it was at a higher level. There was more to it, or more cards. It was before I decided to start putting limits on myself. Andre Dawson, Gallery of Stars. This was good stuff. These were inserts that I love to collect. They're still 90 inserts, so they're not really worth anything. But those are the things that I thought had a chance. All right, so now we're at someone else. David Justice. This is another one. I don't know if that's part of the card. No, that's over the plastic. But David Justice, that's another one. It's like David Cohn. I kind of collected, but then I didn't. Here's a Reggie Jackson. Back when I was young and collecting, I first started in 87. So in 89, this card was old to me. It was 2 years old. It was, I couldn't get it now. I would have to go to a card shop and pay premium for it. And he is a legend. He's a great. So I kept cards like this as a big deal back then. It's kind of funny, actually. It's a little bit funny, that feeling inside. But these are all backwards. So let's go to this card here. Because I feel like those are something else. And we're going to flip this over. Oh, there's my boy, Donald Arthur Mattingly. Now, I'm not going to keep this one, and the reason why is we have opened some 89 Fleer on this channel. In fact, we've opened 3 or 4 boxes. Hey, Musafak. Yo, good to see you. We've opened some 89 Fleer on this channel already. I know I have a better Don Mattingly than that. Same with the 87 Tops. Oh, I see. NGF, good to know. I remember now. Same with that. The Don Mattingly triple play, on the other hand, I have not opened any triple play. We will absolutely open some triple play at some point, and at that point, this card might get repurposed or whatever. But 1990 Fleer, we also opened a 1990 Fleer box. We have not yet opened a 1990 Donruss. So I'll hold on to this Mattingly just to send to my PC, but that'll probably get redone at some point. We have, boy, words are hard. We have not opened an 89 Topps box yet. We do own a 89 Topps completed set, so we'll have a completed set from that, but that one actually looked like it was in pretty good condition anyway. There's another Mattingly, and this just goes to show if you end up buying the team sets or the team boxes of 100 team cards, you're gonna get things like Don Mattingly cards in there. I'm not just throwing the common cards in. I got mine. There's 2 here. They're going in there, so you get stars in there, just not as much. All right, Steve Garvey, Paul Molitor. I'm going to take the gamble that I know I've opened 90. I have a better version of that. We do not have the 90 Donruss. I definitely want to open one and get a better card. You can see that corner down there and how miscut this card is, but I'll use it as a placeholder for now. And honestly, I'm more likely to buy a card. By the way, I believe I have the 1990 Donruss complete set, factory set as well. So there's that. But I'm more likely to buy a box to replace a damaged card than if there's just a hole. If it's like I don't have a 1990 Paul Molitor yet, no thought to it. Okay, we'll get to it someday. But if I have a damaged one, I need to get that out. So I'm more likely, that's why I do it. Now, usually what I'll do is I take the card and I put it in the sleeve upside down. And that tells me, hey, this is a damaged card. You don't really want this card, but it's there as a placeholder. So, 1991 Fleer. There's a 1990 Score Paul Molitor. Again, this is a situation where this card is not in the best. You can see the white banged up corner, and we do own a 1990. Yes, we do. We all own it together. No, seriously though, I own a 1990 Score factory set, so that one will be replaced at some point. But until then, we'll let it hold its spot. There's a Paul Molitor triple play. We do know we already have this one. We've seen it. And then we have an Adam Dunn. This was put in here when I wasn't collecting. There was a time period, like someone gave me this card because they knew I had cards, something like that. I don't know exactly how I got it, but so I just threw it in a box. But Adam Dunn was a all-star at this point in his career. But in the grand scheme of things, because I wasn't really collecting, when I collect, I know everybody for the most part. When I don't, I know my team. I don't generally know everyone. So I don't know how good. I'm hearing now, as this Hall of Fame, all these Hall of Fame classes are coming, I'm hearing people like the Mets second baseman, Jeff, can't remember why I can't think of his name right now. Jeff Kent getting in the Hall of Fame. And I'm like, really? Was he that good? I didn't know because I didn't follow, because I didn't collect cards at the time. So that's what Adam Dunn was. When I got it, he was all-star-y. He was kind of an all-star. So I put him in here, but I honestly don't know. You could tell me he's a Hall of Famer, and I'd be like, okay, if you say so. So Jeff McNeil. No, that's the current one. I mean, the guy who just went into the Hall of Fame. All right, here we go. More of this stack of things. This is, like I said, this is a lot better than the last 2 videos we did. So this one, Barry Bonds, just like with the Paul Molitor, we're going to keep it. It's actually not in terrible shape, but it is a 90 Score, and we have a 90 Score factory set to open. So I guess in theory, the best way to have done this was to do all the factory sets first. Craig Biggio. So this is one of those guys, a Hall of Famer. I love Craig Biggio, but I'm not sure. I think he's a Hall of Famer. But I mean, I'm wrong. He's clearly a Hall of Famer. He's in the Hall of Fame. But love Biggio. Here's another one, Boggs. Collect Boggs. And this score, I'm going to guess 95. What year is this? Let's see. 94. I was close. I wasn't collecting. 93 is when I stopped, I think. So I wasn't collecting at this point. So I don't know how I got that card. I don't know why it was in the middle of the Craig Biggios. And I don't have a factory set for it. So we'll definitely be keeping that card. There's a 92 Craig Biggio. I have that one in factory set as well. 92 Topps All-Star Craig Biggio. Triple Play Craig Biggio. National Pastime. Now this is like the Adam Dunn. This is one that was years later. I wasn't even collecting at this point. I don't even remember how I get things like that. 2003. Wasn't even collecting at this point. I wish I was. I wish I had been collecting at this point. But National Pastime Craig Biggio. And right below it, Fleer. I almost feel like I started or I opened a couple packs or I tried to start to get back into it. I don't remember exactly, but we got a Craig Biggio, Fleer box sets. It was my early attempt to retake the because I have this set. I have this complete set. I do believe that I got back into it for a little bit. Man, don't you hate when you get to the point where you don't remember what you did in your life? Biggio. Here's a Wade Boggs. I remember I didn't have all these, but we had a bunch of these, and no one knows where they came from. No one. It's ballpark. What is it called? Boardwalk and baseball. And it's Boardwalk and baseball set. But everyone that was in my neighborhood, we collected cards. We all had a bunch of these cards just randomly in our collections, and no one knows where they came from. They were there. They were just all of a sudden there. It was weird. It was very weird. I suspect I already have this Boggs because we did open some 88 Donruss. But we're going to put one over there just in case. Get rid of this one. The MVPs are not in every pack. Well, nothing's in every pack. So it is very possible we opened up a box and didn't pull a Boggs, which is why we're saving it. But the MVPs were rarer. Probably only got one every 6 or 7 packs. And there were, 20-something, 30-something. So, Wade Boggs MVP. There's a 88 Baseball's Best Donruss. One of my favorite cards is an 89 Ken Griffey Baseball's Best card. I sent mine to get graded. It came back a 9. I really wanted a 10 on that card. I think I got it here somewhere, but... All right, then we got an 88 Topps Boggs and All-Star already sleeved. We'll just stick them over there. And this is a Red Sox Leaders from 89. It's got Boggs on it. It also has Marty Barrett, but we'll just kind of just do that. We don't care about that. Then we're back to this. So it clearly, it seems, through the fact that there were 2 88 Donruss Boggs, the fact that there were 2 91 Fleer Molitors, it appears that I was collecting every card, even doubles. It didn't matter. I wanted Wade Boggs, so I collected all of his cards, and I didn't get rid of. We're not doing that anymore. Here's Boggs with Carney Lansford, 2 third basemen. Boggs 89. Can't wait to go through the 89 Bowman set. This is actually the 90 Bowman set. 89 breakdown. Yep, 90 Bowman set. I know because the cards are normal size. The 89 Bowman sets are about this much longer, and it's annoying as hell. But there's also a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie in the 89 Bowman set, so can't wait to get to that one. Well, I will say I didn't think that every single card would be kept. This is going a lot slower than I thought when you have to keep every card and sleeve them. There's a Boggs score. I'm going to call it 89 score. Nope, 90 score. You're always off by 1 year. Always off by 1 year. All right, there's a Sports Flicks. 90 Sports Flicks. There you go. Good call. Then we got a 1991 Wade Boggs Donruss All-Star. A 91 Fleer Boggs. A 1991 Wade Boggs Dream Team. Score Dream Team. 91, yeah. And a 91 Score All-Star Boggs. And then we're to the Barry Bonds, which we also keep Barry Bonds. So, yeah. It just keeps going. 1990. I didn't bring enough sleeves for this. I might have. We'll see. 1990 Bowman, followed by a 1990 Topps. Remember, we already got the 19... it was like the first one of the first cards. This is a cool one. This is a 1990 Bowman Baseball's Best. I do like the Baseball's Best. The Baseball's Best for each year is the base card in a variant color. So this is what the 1990 Donruss looked like. They were all red. And then the Baseball's Best did this. And they also had a yellow one, I think. Gold one or something. I don't remember exactly. But Bobby Bonilla is not the same as Barry Bonds. I do not keep Bobby Bonilla anymore. Bobby Bonilla can go. Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla. Triple play. And we're back to Barry Bonds. Apparently, I thought they were the same guy. I collected them together. They're together. 88 Donruss. Here is the Barry Bonds that we pulled to earlier today in the previous video. If you're watching on YouTube, the previous video, we pulled this Barry Bonds out of my factory set. We already have it, and it doesn't have all these spots. So we're going to keep the other one. There's an 88 Topps Barry Bonds. That thing is not in good shape. I'm going to keep this one. I'm not even going to keep, well, let's stick with the bottom's all messed up. We're going to stick it in upside down. We got to get rid of that one. There's an 87 Donruss Bobby Bonilla. This one, actually both of these, not really. We're not keeping Bobby Bonilla, but that is a Bobby Bonilla rookie. Now, for those of you new here on this channel, we consider rookies different than what a lot of other people do. Like what the state of the sport collection, the state of the, oh my gosh, I have no brain. I can tell you almost every card within a year, but I can't tell you one word that I'm thinking of. The State of the Union. Never mind. That's a Bobby Bonilla and a Chris Sable. We don't care. Bobby Bonilla. Fleer All-Star Bobby Bonilla. State of the Hobby. Whew. Wow. I can't understand. Think of the word hobby. My brain sometimes. But the State of the Hobby considers a 86 Topps Barry Bonds his rookie. They don't consider 87 Topps his rookie. But the 86 Topps was a traded card. The 87 Topps was a base regular card. When you're growing up and you don't have anything but a Beckett that comes out every month, and the Beckett put rookie card next to the 87 Topps thing, and you tell it something's a rookie card by turning it over, looking at the back, and saying he played 2 years. This isn't his rookie. Last year is his rookie because he played in 86, so 87 is his rookie card. If that's how you learn to find out if something's a rookie card or not, then that's what it is. So when I was growing up, 87 Topps was a Barry Bonds rookie. The collection nowadays, the hobby nowadays, even probably back then to true collectors, I don't know, why am I sleeving that Bobby Bonilla? They probably never thought of it that way. But we all did. And on this channel, we carry that over. That is a Bobby Bonilla rookie, 87 Topps rookie, and an 87 Donruss Bobby Bonilla rookie, unless they have an 86 main set rookie. If they have a main set rookie, like in the base set, then these aren't rookies. If they if it was traded and you couldn't like buy packs, you had to buy the traded set, then that's not the same thing. I mean, they're still rookies, but they have more than one rookie card. Bobby Bonilla, Bobby Bonilla, Bobby Bonilla, scored 91, Bobby Bonilla, and now we're back to Wade Boggs. Now, I think, no, I don't think I did it. I'm just double checking to make sure we don't already have this one. We have the 88. Nope, we do not. Okay, just checking. So 92 tops, Wade Boggs All-Star. And then underneath it, ooh, Upper Deck, the best cards ever. Sucks that they went hockey and only hockey. I mean, I understand. Don't blame them for going only hockey. I blame the sport for letting it happen. But then we have Wade Boggs Triple Play, Wade Boggs 92 tops. And then Hank Aaron, not someone I collect, but a great triple play. These things were kind of cool. It'd give you this, and then you're supposed to try to guess who it is, and you say, oh, it's Darren Dalton. And then you turn it over, and you find out it's Tom Glavine. You're like, oh, well, I collect Tom Glavine, and then you keep it. Roger Maris, and then, ooh, that is a Mike Mussina 1992 draft picks. And Mike Mussina is one of my top 5 pitchers of all time. And you're like, oh, well, give me that list. I don't know that I could right now. But it's something like Mike Mussina, Justin Verlander, Greg Maddux, Nolan Ryan, and those 4 are definite. I don't know who the 5th is. And it's not to say that the 5th is number 5, just not coming to right now. All right, guys. All right, now I know that was long, but now we're to the things that's half the box and the other half is all stacked weird and stuff, so this won't take nearly as long. So we got Chili Davis in these were the cup toppers, Hardee's, I think, where you bought a drink and they had the top they had on the cup had a special thing inside it where you could pull the cup topper off and then get your card out and then still use it. There's a Gary Gaetti 87 Topps Mini. We'll send that over to Shane. There's a Chuck Knobloch Rookie of the Year. We're going to send that over to Shane too. He'll get the kick out of that. Look at this Silver Surfer. I don't know what this is. The end of it is all destroyed, but it looks like that's the end of the card. And so I'm going to see if I can find out. Promo card, Silver Surfer, all Prizm trading cards, streaks through. So I got to look into this, see if there's any value to this at all. But it's kind of cool. But it is majorly damaged. So we'll see what we can get from that. That's a completely different situation than the rest. All right, then we do have a stack of more cards here. You're like, really? Yeah, kinda. But it shouldn't be too long to go through. These are basketball Adrenaline XL cards. So it's some weird game, I think. It'd have to be someone I know, Anton Wright, Roy Hibbert, Joakim Noah, just because he's a Gator. We'll hold on to that for now. Go Gators. Jared Dudley, Jared Jack, Mike Connolly, David Anderson, Marvin Williams, Steve Nash. I like Steve Nash. We'll hold on to that for now. Chris Common. I definitely don't have my basketball teams. Javis Hayes, Rasheed Wallace, Yulu Dang, Elton Brand, Devin Harris, Julian Wright, Zaza Puchalia, Richard Hamilton, Russell Westbrook. We'll hold on to that. Nicholas Batum, and Gilbert Arenas. All right, there you go. Those will all go into the trash. Oh, shoot. There's another stack here. And you're like, there's another stack there? Yeah, well, there is. But This is Front Row. What is Front Row? Front Row is a company, and I used to order stuff from Front Row and it comes sealed. I've shown you guys random cards here and there. I really liked Front Row. They did a bunch of weird stuff. This is the Chuck Leonard set, is numbered 6 of 100. There were 100 of these sets. This says that it's 792 of 25. There's 2,000. I don't know what that statement says, but this is another one where it's like, look into it. I'm not gonna open this up. I think every card in it is Buck Leonard. I do not collect Buck Leonard, and maybe with it being sealed, it'll be worth something, and we can sell it as is. Then underneath it, these cards we're not even gonna go through either. These are the Upper Deck Ted Williams. This is a complete set. And it's a bunch of old hats, legends, Negro League legends. So I'm not going to go through this. This is another one that I don't have any real use for. They will be sorted into teams, and you might get some Ted Williams or Johnny Mize or Bobby Bonds. So, but there's no one in there that I collect or I'm going to keep. So that's why I peeled that set off. All right. Then we have a Star Wars Planning to Escape. I know that these cards can get worth some money, but I know nothing about them. So this will go over in the look into it pile with the Buck Leonard and the... there's a Deion Sanders. This is 89. His rookie is, I'm sorry, this is 90. His rookie is the orange 88 one. Yeah, this is 89. This isn't 90. No, this is 90. The 89 the 89 Pro set is his rookie. We have 2 of them graded at like an 8. It's terrible. But that's still a kind of a cool card. We're going to hold on to that. Then, look at this, guys. Star Wars. Oh, there's another Deion say. We're not going to keep... Well, okay. I don't know. We're not going to keep 2. One goes in the sets. But look at that. Touch up for Chewbacca. Doing Star Wars. Look at all these Star Wars cards. Let's make sure that keep the Star Wars together. Raid on the Death Star. Instructing Rebel pilots. Solo blasts a stormtrooper. Holy cow. Captured by the Jawas. Meeting at the cantina. Look at these cards. There's got to be something of value in here. I'm going to have to look. These are all going into the look into it. And then we got to make some decisions on that. All right, this is not a Star Wars card. This is a Do Some Noobs, Bobo Newsom. That one we're just going to stick over there. There's another Flight of the Millennium Falcon. These are the original cards, guys. Where are R2-D2? I have other things like this, and I knew I had some Star Wars cards. I think that I have more that are like in binders or something. I hope these aren't all of them, but Stormtrooper, Attack, Jedi Warrior, Ben Kenobi. Everybody win. Oh, is that the name of the card? Han and Chewie Mean Business. Honoring the Victors. Wow. Search for Droids. Makeup for Banthas. So the orange ones seem to be a filming, like they were touching up Chewie. It's outside of the world. The white ones look like they were one big sheet, and either but I don't think I think these I got from someone else, separated them, and they probably shouldn't have been separated, although if they were a sheet, they would have been destroyed probably. At least separated, they were between other cards to keep them. And then these are the traditional, like this one might be the best card, the most valuable card we've seen so far. And of course it is, because it's been ripped, it's got wrinkles everywhere, this is in the worst condition. But we'll look. Capture the Jawas, that's a double. There's a Brave Princess. There's a Space Adventurer Han Solo. 3PO Desperate Trek. Stormtrooper Guard Solo. Starship Under Fire. That one's is in a little bit of a damage too. Here's blue, stopped by stormtroopers. Daring rescue. Movie facts, set 27. Orange, a crucial moment for Luke Skywalker. The Wookiee Chewbacca. And of course, that's, again, that's so flimsy up there. It's been eaten and destroyed. And that might be the most valuable card because I think that those individual character cards are probably more valuable than the story and the stuff that happens in the story. So like this one, destroyed, but been with a lightsaber might be more valuable. Not in its condition though. Weapons of the Death Star. Now my best bet may be just taking random pictures showing that there's some in good condition and some not, and putting them together. Picture card, Series 2, Towers of Tatooine, and just putting them together as a lot and letting someone buy the cards off me like that. But we'll see. C-3PO, divert the guards. Luke Skywalker, Starfile official business. There you go. That's that one's better than the other two, and probably as if not more valuable. Defenders of Freedom, Weird Cantina, Patrons, Luke's uncle and aunt. They don't even say uncle and Aunt Owen and Aunt Beru. Search for the droids. We got a lot of dupes from this white set. There probably aren't that many cards in the white set. It's from Burger King, so there probably weren't that many cards. Pawn of the Evil One. Movie facts. R2 is abducted by Jawas. That one has potential to be... the cutting is bad, and obviously it's damaged. Han and the Princess. Han and Leia quarrel about the escape plan in the sewer. In the garbage chute. Victory. Rebel victory. Hiding in the Millennium Falcon. Another dupe. Uncle Owen Lars, Phil Brown. Couple more here. We got Jedi Warrior Ben Kenobi. Again, it's like someone used it as a door stopper. In a bike spoke or something. The Swing of Freedom. The droids wait for Luke. Search for the missing droid. Luke and Leia shortly before the raid. Daredevil versus Punisher, famous battles. I loved these cards. I keep trying to buy a box to open on stream, but it's so expensive. The Deadly Grip of Darth Vader, R2-D2 C-3PO, one of the Sand People. Luke disguised as a stormtrooper. Ben prepares to turn off the tractor beam. Princess Leia, that's in decent shape. Compared to the rest, I should say. Animated the chessboard. Luke disguised as a stormtrooper. Vader and the snowtroopers. Medical treatment. Kirby Puckett. That's one we keep. And Ryan Sandberg. We keep that one as well. This is a Kirby Puckett 1988. I don't know what it is, though. Looks kind of like a Kmart card, but it doesn't say Kmart or anything on it. It may just be the Topps mini set, and they just didn't do like the other ones in the past. They've right. I think that's all the Star Wars. So let's see what we got. This is Don Zimmer. Oh, I love Don Zimmer, but that's a remake card. That is not a real card. That's a remake. Here's a Mark McGuire, Tony Gwynn. We're keeping all of these. Had I known I would have done this, I would have planned to do this in 2 stacks. I would have split it up evenly before I started. Tony Gwynn, Ricky Henderson. Barry Bonds. All right, guys. I believe this Jim Plunkett might be a rookie. It is not. So it's just a Jim Plunkett. So I'm going to put it in the look and make sure that it's not worth anything. Look at this. Game Breaker. James Brooks. We did all the James Breaker. We all did all the Game Breaker stuff when we did these sets. When we opened the 89 Upper Deck or 91 Upper Deck football, and we've gotten 3 or 4 Barry Sanders, but don't have any James Brooks. It's not in great shape. You can see how scratched up it is. I'm not keeping it. All right, and then Chili Davis is trash. Daredevil versus Punisher. We're going to look into all of that. And then the last little bit are all top loaders, half of which have nothing in them. So here we go. First things first. Oh, that's one of my all-time favorite cards. Not this one. It's coming. It's on the top of the next stack. Mika Ibuka rookie. This was a gift from actually NGF 2003, who was in chat a little while back. But he pulled that. He knows I'm a Bucks fan, and that's my guy. So he gave that to me. So that is a personal pull. Oh, these are all personal. So there we go. Thank you. Please keep these. Okay. Oh, that Zenji. I know exactly what that was. Chandler Simpson. That's future star Chandler Simpson is one of our current players. Ashton Genty. That's a cool notoriety, Ashton Genty. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at how bad that is. Please tell me that's the plastic. Please tell me that's the plastic. It is. Let's get a better plastic. All right, this is one of my guys. And, I mean, the corner's banged up and the cut is terrible. But that is a 1978 Nolan Ryan. Oh, wow. I got to look into how much that's worth. But that is probably going to get graded. There's a Rocco Baldelli. A Rocco Baldelli in the 2008, year is it? 2009. 2008 Rays switch from the... Rocco's one of those players that no matter what, I think of him as a Devil Ray. I didn't even really realize he was a Ray. Steve Klein, I don't care about. I don't know why, but this is weird. It's like someone put it in a piece of plastic and sealed it to keep it safe. Like it's... It's like opening a pack of cards, but the pack of cards is one pack, one card. And it clearly wasn't like originally done like this, because look at how banged up and terrible that card is. All right. Then we got Nick Markakis. Trash. Ooh, and this is one of my guys. And I think that's what's going to happen is we're going to have a bunch of my guys. Dennis Eckersley. This is a Dennis Eckersley second year card. I used to have this card and his rookie next to each other in a frame I made myself. I got a piece of wood. I varnished it. I wood burned Dennis Eckersley in it, and then I got those screw in cases. I undid it. And I put it down and put screws in to the wood, and I made my own little plaque. But Dennis Eckersley, that's my favorite relief pitcher of all time, and probably number 5 on my all-time pitchers list. All right, here we go. This is my Frank Thomas Stadium Club rookie card. I don't know if they consider it a rookie card, but it is the right year. It is 1990. It's 91. This 1990 rookie card is the only one he had. Every other one of his rookies are 91. It's 91 score, I think. No, maybe it's 90 score. So maybe this wasn't never considered a rookie, but it was considered a rookie to us. It said rookie in Beckett because there was no Stadium Club before this, and this was the card in my mind that I chased the most. I chased this card for, well, not forever. I got it pretty quick, but this is the card that taught me to chase. Open packs chasing was this card, and I still have it to this day. Then we got an empty sleeve. We got a Chipper Jones baseball best from the Macon Braves. This card is probably in terrible condition as well. I think I see a stain on it. Yeah, you can see a stain on it, so it's not in great condition. But I do collect Chipper, and this is like a minor league card for him, 1991 baseball best. So we'll keep that, obviously. Underneath it, Barry Sanders. I do collect Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is one of my top 5 football players of all time. So we'll keep that. Underneath that, we got Carlton Fisk. He is my favorite catcher of all time. My starting catcher on my first team. My first team starting catcher. Then we got some empties before we hit a Matt Joyce first Bowman Chrome rookie card. This actually is going to go, it's not true signature, that's fake, but that's just the set has them all signing it. But still, it's first Bowman Chrome. This is going in my Matt Joyce place on my frame. So that actually can go over here because those need to get framed. I don't need to buy a Matt Joyce card soon. I still probably will, but Lawrence Taylor 88 Pro Set, I collect that. So there. Pete Rose, I collect him. An 87 Topps Manager. Greg Maddux 88 Topps, I collect him. Jose Lobaton rookie card. Lobaton was a Ray at one point. The reason these have these things on the back is I used to paint. My sister used to help me. We used to paint a baseball field and a football field on my wall. And they would be big enough so that I could put the players at their position. So Lobaton would be at catcher, and then the field would go, up to the right, and there'd be a spot there, and I'd put the first baseman in, and I'd put, James Loney and Aki Imura and Evan Longoria and Sean Rodriguez, and I would put the cards up, and they'd stand in their position on this painted wall, and I'd use the little zip things where I'd put one on the wall, and then this, and they go zip and just go there. And then when they traded a player or they cut a player, I'd pull it off and buy the new player's card and put it in. So Lobaton was a Ray. I had one, there was 2 baseball fields. One was my favorite player and one was all Rays. And it was all the current Rays. So Lobaton was the current player, but he's not, it is a Rays rookie. I'll stick it with my Rays stuff, but here's a Aubrey Huff. I do love Aubrey Huff. And I'm going to put this one into the frame, but I definitely need a better one than that. That's just trash. Here's a Mike Mussina. That I need to check out and see if it's gradable, because that looks nice. And it looks a little fat on this side. Looks a little fat on that side. I do have another one in my factory set, so I will hold off on grading it, but that is definitely gradable. These are another ones that NGF gave me. He opened a box of this wrestling, and he gave me some of the players he knew I loved and collected. I collect Angle, I collect Styles, I collect Theory. I think he gave me the other 2 because I made a noise when he when he showed them to me. But I do like both of them. I just don't collect these guys. But they're cool. Those are cool cards. I like it. Another empty one. All right, here we go. This Eurofro's still here. We got a racing car, a NASCAR card. Mark Martin. I'll have to look in to see if that's anything. I remember thinking these younger and people who didn't collect, and these are all empty. This is the last card. People who didn't collect when they were younger, when I was younger and collecting cards, and they saw this, they're like, oh, that's got to be worth, a lot of money and this and that. And it might be. But, I looked at it and go, in this condition, it's probably not. But now with AI and stuff, I could probably find out. I couldn't find out a lot about it. Usually right here, it'll say the year on the card, but this doesn't say it. So it was hard to figure out what I had. So now it'll be a little easier. I'll take a look at that too. But guys, we had more cards than we had trash cards. I mean, we had a lot of trash cards. We had a stack of trash cards. But that was real good. That was much, and that worked out perfectly because I'm out of sleeves. Exactly at the time when I ran out of sleeves. So that was amazing. I loved doing that. That box was empty. I absolutely should have split that up into multiple, at least 2. I'm sorry for the long video, but the last 2 were kind of short, I think, so makes up for it. Next time we do this, next Wednesday, we'll continue. We will go and we will start with mailbag, and we'll do, hopefully I will buy some stuff for What's in the Box Wednesday. We don't have anything right now, but I have something in mind. It just depends on if I won't have the money to spend, which I think I might, to get it. So we'll get that. And then we'll continue with these. And when we do, we will be doing the rest of the 89, 90s tops that had 0 cards in it, just to get them done and out of the way. And we'll be doing the second part of the score set, 1 through 219. And so that we'll do those, and we'll do at least that probably, depending on when I'm able to start, if nothing goes wrong. But if I have more time and want to go longer, then I'll go pull something from the pyramid and go from there. But thank you guys for hanging out, both live and YouTube. This is it for the live stream. It's last YouTube video going up this week. We'll do some more next Wednesday. Click the like and subscribe. Join us live on stream. I will check the information down below. It tells you that it's in Domination Box Breaks and Twitch Domination _box _breaks channel. It'll show you how to get there, and join us live, and we'll talk. And you can tell me what you think about my very old, very crappy cards. I'll talk to you all later.